Good afternoon, guys. I should do. Hey guys, so I'll be steaming some fish for dinner today. Some red snapper. And I already cut up my seasoning. You have some onion, some tomato, some scallion, some garlic, some sweet pepper, various colors, some Scotch bonnet pepper, and thyme. So I'm gonna go ahead and season my fish. So to season, I'm gonna go in with my all-purpose Maggi, some salt, some black pepper, and some Maggi fish seasoning as well. Is that Neil? Hello. And Liam. Hi, Liam. Hi, Regan. Thank you for joining. I'm just going to be steaming some fish for dinner today. Some red snapper. And as I was saying before, I already cut up my ground seasoning and ready to go. Some onions, some sweet peppers, various colors, some garlic, thyme, scallion, Scotch bonnet pepper. Don't forget to like the live as you come in, guys. Let me see if I can bring this down a little so you guys can see. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. All right, so I normally like to kind of give it a slice in the middle so the seasoning goes in. I think that's a little bit too, knife is not sharp enough. So I'm just going to give it a slice on both sides. The fish was already scaled, cleaned up, prepped. And these fish, they have a lot of, it has a lot of meat, which I like. They're really big. I don't like them too big though, because they did have some bigger ones, but I chose these instead. Happy Sunday, Monique. How are you? Hi, Leah. Oh, that's good, Monique. That's awesome. Okay, so I already gave it a slit on both sides for each of them. Hi, Given Grace. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start to season. I'm gonna pre-open about 2 packs of these. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna be using. But first, I'm gonna start with my salt. I'm gonna make sure it gets in that slit as well. Put it some on the inside too. I'm gonna do that for all of them. Sometimes you can maybe get a bowl and mix all the seasoning together and then you put it on there. I guess that would be an easier way too, instead of having to put everything in single. Monique, it's a red snapper. I'm doing great, Liam. It's red snapper, Monique. So I'm just gonna steam them today. That's what I'm kind of in the mood for. I'm not really in the mood for fried fish. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the black pepper. Hi, Britt, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So, Britt, I'm just gonna do some steamed fish today. So I'm just getting it prepared. I'm doing some seasoning and stuff. It's some red snapper. So I'm just making sure it's all covered. I did do some on the inside and also on the slit on both sides. Just to make sure that seasoning gets in there. So this is black pepper. So I did some salt and black pepper at first. So I already had the salt on there, so now I'm just doing a little bit of black pepper. I think an easier way is to probably just put a little there and then just go ahead and put it that way instead of doing it that way. So you want to make sure it gets insides as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with some all-purpose seasoning. Yes, Monique, it's red snapper. So this is some all-purpose Maggi seasoning. This is really a Caribbean seasoning, but you can get it here in the US at any Caribbean store. Guys, can you believe I made Anthony breakfast from morning? It's now after 1. And he hasn't eaten as yet. Can you guess why? Hey Jay, what's up? Because he's in there watching football. And you can't get him to do nothing when he's watching football. Not even to eat. Yes, Brit. So, this is the all-purpose. And so I've already coated everything with the all-purpose. I'm going to go in now with the Maggi fish seasoning. And do the same. And as I mentioned before, I put it in the 2 slits on the each side. And also on the inside, just to make sure that seasoning gets in there. And I don't think I want any, I don't think I'm gonna do like rice and peas and all that stuff. Even though that's kind of like a tradition for a Sunday dinner, but I'm gonna take it a little bit easy today. So I'm gonna do mostly vegetables with the steamed fish, some ground provisions, kind of like a one pot type of thing. Oh yes, Brit, they have a yeah, they do. And it's normally, they have it in various packaging too. They have it in these small ones, and then they have it in the bigger container. I think even bigger than this. It's more like a round big one. But I just got the packages because I was just doing fish today. I really don't want to have it sitting around there because it's not like I do fish that often. Yeah, so as I was saying, I think I'm gonna do some ground provisions with this, kind of like a one pot thing. So I'll be cutting them real small. And then after everything is done, when we're probably ready to eat, just so that it stays at a certain what is it, consistency. When we're almost ready to eat, I'll drop some water crackers on top. That's the Jamaican style. So what are you guys doing for dinner today? Hi, Nicole. How are you? Happy Sunday. I had opened 2 packages, so I'm just gonna kind of try to use that up. And I want to make sure I get it on the inside as well, and the head and all. Okay guys, so I think that's enough for now. I'm making a mess. Alright, so I don't know if you guys had seen before, but I already did my seasoning, ground seasoning and stuff. I want to call it red snapper. I'm gonna be steaming some red snapper fish. Yeah, so this is the ground seasoning, some onions, tomato, scallion, garlic, sweet peppers, various colors, some thyme and scallion. So that's all prepared for that. And then I'm done putting some seasoning on the fish. All right, so I'm gonna be cutting up some ground provisions right now. Maybe some pumpkin, some sweet potato, and kind of be doing a one pot type of thing. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Barbecue chicken, not sure what else. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Barbecue chicken, that's my go-to because I like to just put it in the oven. Yes, sir. Guys, guess who decided to grace us with his presence?
Hola.
Just having breakfast.
This is lunch.
More like lunch. The breakfast that I made for him since morning. The breakfast that I made for him since morning, he's just having that. All because of football.
It's a vital part of one's weekend, guys.
Oh, Nicole, you're doing, not Nicole, Monique. You're doing meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and gravy and spinach. Ah, sounds nice. That sounds really good. Nicole says hi to you.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
yeah, so I'll be just trying to cut up oh, we can do some okra too. Should get that too. So guys, I'll be doing some okra with that as well. Can't go wrong with okra and fish. I guess some people would say if you don't do some okra, I guess the fish meal is not completed. Hi Liam. Yes, Nicole, it's really good. And I know it has a lot of benefits too, but I don't know the specific benefits. I need to look that up too. But when we are growing up, all you hear is okra is good for you. No, I'm not gonna be frying it. I'm doing some steamed fish. So I'm just gonna steam the okras as well. Wow. Okra water with pineapple. I've never had that, Brit. That's my first time hearing of mixing the two. Because sometimes what's good too, like when you boil the okra or you cook the okra in the water, you can have that water because the nutrients are really in the water. But I've never tried the pineapple with it. Nicole, you take a plate. Okay, I'll FedEx it. Oh, Brit, this is your first time doing it. Oh, okay. Oops. Almost cut myself. All right, so I'm gonna be cutting up these in small pieces. It doesn't have to be too small. Yeah, it's a relaxing Sunday. Nothing too hard. And normally I'll be probably halfway done with cooking, but because it's some steamed fish and it's really not that hard, it doesn't take very long. It's probably less to act once you get everything prepped, it's probably less than a half an hour. Yes, thank you, Nicole. I'll be careful. Yes, as I said, I don't know, but I oftentimes just work with my mind or my mood. So it's been nagging me since morning. You need to go live. You need to go live. So I listened to myself. And here I am. Yeah. And my thing is too, Nicole, one of my issues, or our, I should say our, is that we're both not really talkers. We're more of the quiet type. We don't like unnecessary talking. So I feel like if I don't have something specific to share or something specific to say, it's kind of hard. I don't know if anybody can relate. Some people are natural talkers. And two, maybe like if the chat is flowing, then that's good too. But that's not going to be the case all the time. So Nicole says, how long does it take to cook? So once you have everything prepped, the fish doesn't take more than maybe 15 to 20 minutes to be steamed. So I'll put in my ground provisions or vegetables first, all of these first, and let that go ahead and cook or steam down for a bit, maybe 10 minutes. And then I'll put the fish in, and then that takes another 15 to 20 minutes. So it's less, everything is probably less than a half an hour. Oh, you should be cooking now, but you're tired. I know. Yes, I know, Monique. It can be hard when you don't have a topic. And then sometimes too, when you do have a topic, well, this is for me. That might not be for you, but sometimes when you do have a topic, you might be able to elaborate on that topic for a while, but then at some point you would need some interaction to carry out the flow. And then I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if your lives have to necessarily be a long one all the time. So I guess it depends. You're a foodie, you would love the recipe, no problem. Yes, Monique. Nicole says, yes, no topic can be tough, but organic live streams usually work better for me. Yeah, that's why I'm saying everybody has a different experience with going live. You try to do 1 hour streams. Yeah, really, whenever I do go live, that's really the aim. But sometimes it doesn't always work out that way, because if I feel like I've exhausted my talking points, or there's not a flow in it, then I'll just end it. I mean, I guess if you go live regular, even if they're shorter, that still works too, because that still gives you the consistency. Oh, 20 minutes is good. 30 minutes is good on live stream. Yeah, I think so too. We have to have interactions too during the live streams. I totally agree with that. That's one of my thing too. Oh, you're not getting the notification. That's been an issue too, because I do have my notifications on, and sometimes I don't get them, or when I do get it, it's like the live is actually been going on for a while, or sometimes even after the content. Oh, that's what happened to me sometimes too. A lot of the times I don't get the notification, but because of scrolling, and that's how I would probably see it too. And the notification is on. Okay, so I'm just finishing up my last set of pumpkins. As I said before, you don't have to really cut them too big. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, that's really good. And I like sweet tea too. All right, so that's the size of the pumpkin. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some sweet potatoes. I have never made pumpkin anything before and will probably mess it up. Well, neither have I. And when it comes to pumpkin and other stuff like pumpkin pie, that's not for me. But because you're just going to be steaming this with the fish, and it's going to have a certain texture, so I'm fine with that. But when it comes to other stuff with pumpkin, I'm not a fan. I'll probably be more of a fan of sweet potato. And it can't be like a sweet potato pie because the consistency has to be right. So it probably has to be like a sweet potato pudding, which is a different kind of consistency. You made a sweet potato pie last year and the children were like it was not good. They didn't like it? Yams turn out great though. Oh, awesome. But you know, when it comes to kids, it's like a hit and miss with them. It's definitely like a hit and miss. And I guess not everybody is like a pie type of person. Maybe they're more like a cake or pudding type of person. Monique says I like pumpkin spice flavored food. Oh, yeah. I mean, it all depends. As long as the consistency is not like anything too soft, I think I'm willing to try it. But if it's a soft kind of texture like if it's a soft kind of texture like the pie, then that's not for me. Nicole says it's definitely a hit and miss. Yeah. Or you like it in a cake. Nicole says I'm not a coffee drinker, but Dunkin' Donuts had a nice flavor for pumpkin spice. Monique says me too. I think I tried it and I like it. And I'm not a coffee drinker either because for some reason whenever I drink coffee it gives me a headache. But I think one of my coworkers got me one of those pumpkin spice drink from Dunkin' and it was really good. And I feel like it's addicting too. I feel like when I took the first sip, I was just constantly, like I took a sip and I put it down because I was at my desk. And it's like, I couldn't wait to take another sip. Nicole says, pumpkin pie don't taste that well for me. Okay, Nicole, but how come you did a pumpkin pie though? You just wanted to try it? I have a headache and upset stomach after drinking it. Oh, wow. You couldn't drink it at all? Wow. Oh, hey, Fabi. We're cooking some red snapper, steamed fish, with some ground provisions, some pumpkin, and some sweet potatoes. It's like a one pot type of thing. And when it's close to dinner time, I'll drop some water crackers in there. That's kind of like a Jamaican style. Yeah. What's for dinner, Fabi? Because I know you'll be cooking. Oh, Nicole says I drink half cup, but the pumpkin spice flavor was pretty good. Yeah, it was. I think I missed. Oops. I think I missed a comment. Oh yeah, coffee. Yeah, it does. It's kind of like a. It's kind of like a diuretic. The coffee makes you use the restroom. Yeah. Yep. So if you drink a lot of coffee, you can expect to be going to making many trips to the restroom if you drink a lot. I've had water crackers before with fish and okra. So good. Yes, so good. And I do have my okra here. But I must say, I prefer the cinnamon water crackers. I'm gonna show you guys for those of you who don't know it. I prefer the cinnamon one instead of the original one. The cinnamon, it's not as hard as the original, and it has like a little cinnamon flavor to it. So I prefer that one. So I'm just cutting up my sweet potato. Oh, Nicole, you want to see it? Okay. water crackers. You can normally get this at a Caribbean store. And it says cinnamon. That's the cinnamon one. But they do have the original. I don't think I have any of the original. So no, I'm out of the original, but this is the cinnamon water crackers. They're really good. Yeah. It's a wind advisory here today. What's the weather like there? To be honest, I'm so surprised about this weather because normally the weather would be a little bit colder or much colder, and for some reason we've been having like 60s and 70s. So I guess that's good because I'm dreading winter. Fabia, referring to the water crackers, I like the cinnamon one better because it has a little cinnamon flavor to it. And it's a little bit softer than the original hard crackers. It's still hard, but it's not as hard as the original. Oh, it's been in the 70s and 80s there too, yeah. So Nicole, you were asking if it goes in the soup. It does. And then and when you say soup, it's not really a soup, it's more like the gravy of the steamed fish. So, and you don't want to put it in too quick either. It's best to put it in when you guys are close to eating. Then you just maybe turn the stove on for a few minutes, just maybe to heat your food up. And then you drop the crackers in, because it doesn't take long. It maybe takes like 5 minutes to get the the crackers a little bit softer. Yes, Fabi. Okay, guys, so I'm done with those. So that's the pumpkin and the sweet potato. I'm gonna be cutting up the okras now. Does anybody know why when you're trying to get the highlight, I think this is like the second or third time this has happened. When you try to get the highlight, it's actually giving you like a shorts. I wonder why. Yes, Nicole, gravy. Very colorful. Yes, it is. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut my okras up. Probably should use a bigger one. So for the okras, you want to get rid of the head and the tail. And I normally like to give it like a slant cut. So you see how it's slanted right there. But you can cut it whichever way you're comfortable doing it. The highlights are now shorts. I wonder why they stopped doing it on the video section though. It's a new feature. I kind of liked it on the actual long form video section. I feel like they've been trying to the things that probably give you a little faster track, they try to curtail on that. Oh, okra, Fabi says okra is good for women with period cramps. You just cut them and put them in. Oh, I think that should have been put it in water and keep it in the fridge. Oh, okay. Thank you for the tip. Yes, Nicole, I like the long form too. I'm really, I don't know how I feel about the shorts part of it. And then the shorts are kind of shorter, so when you do click the highlight feature, it doesn't necessarily capture, it doesn't really capture anything of significance sometimes. So I'm gonna have to go in and check that part out. Nicole says thanks for the tip. So I'm just finishing up my veggies. It says my pleasure. Nicole says I think YouTube capture moments when you get the most comments and most interactions. Okay. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay guys, so I'm all done with that. So let me show you again. That's my okra. That's my ground seasoning. That's the ground provision. And that's my fish. Some red snapper. Yeah. Okay guys, let me I'm gonna be washing my veggies soon, but before I do that, let me start sauteing the the ground seasoning. I have to have a big enough pot. A big enough pot for the fish because they're really huge. They did have some bigger ones, but I decided to take like a medium size one. Red snapper is very good and ate it at an African restaurant, but couldn't eat the head. Felt like it was watching me. That's funny, Nicole, because I don't eat the head either. I don't eat the head either. I just can't bring myself to do it. But a lot of people do eat it and they love it. You need a Dutch pot too, yes. I'm just gonna put some oil in here. I really should have let the pot kind of heat first, but I forgot that. So I'm just gonna make it heat with the oil. And this is some olive oil. So once it's heated properly, you can go ahead and saute your seasoning, ground seasoning. Fabi, you threw away your last one because it was getting dark. Oh, yeah, but that's the way it is. Because if you even get a new one at some point, it's gonna get dark too. What you can do, I don't know if you know the, like, was it the outside or the inside? So if it's the outside, you can probably use like a they call it a Scotch Brite or the wire ones, and you can probably use some Ajax. So each time you use it, you kind of get rid of what is there so that it doesn't cause a buildup. I need more pots because I always throw mine away. Why do you throw them away though? Okay, so I'm gonna wash the ground provisions in the meantime. Thank you. Nicole says I have my pots for so long they go to pot heaven. That's funny. Handles fall over, badly burned or some kind of mayhem. Okay, I get you. I get you. Okay, I want to test if the okay, so it's the oil is on its way, getting hot. We're gonna be getting ready to, after sauteing your seasoning and veggies, gonna get ready to making the sauce. Oh, that's awesome, because I'm seeing 11 on my end, Nicole, for the likes. Oh, you enjoy cooking vlogs and live stream. That's awesome. Okay, so I think this is, the oil is properly heated. So I am going to put my seasoning in. To be careful. So I'm just doing my saute. So I'm just gonna be a few minutes more. The sound of the cooking. Good cooking, yes. I'm just gonna be a few minutes more. I'll probably put the the finished product on my community post so you guys can see. So Nicole, it's been an hour and 6 minutes. Yeah, good timing. Thank you for the hearts. And thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm just probably going to cut it off at an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to put these in. My veggies, my ground provisions. And just kind of put everything in there together. Oh, Fabi, yes, you're still here. You're cooking as well, I know. Cooking and listening, yeah. Don't dump out the pot now. So you just want to kind of mix everything together right there. You're gonna add a little water, just so you have your gravy eventually, and so the stuff can be cooked. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that do its thing for a bit. So now I'm gonna prepare my stuff for the gravy. Gonna see what I have can, as we would say, pep up, pep up the gravy while that is being simmered down. So after I put some stuff for the gravy and all of that, then I'm gonna be adding the fish to it, because once the ground provisions are cooked, then the fish doesn't take that long. It probably take like 10 to 15 minutes, 15 minutes thereabout. So we'll give it a while to do its thing. gonna be putting some pimento in there too because I didn't have it in my prep seasoning. These are pimento seeds. I'm just gonna drop a few in the pot. It gives it that flavor. Yes, I'm gonna put the stuff in for the gravy. The ground provisions and everything is in there. Once that simmered down a bit, then and the provisions are cooked, then I'll put the fish in. Pumpkin doesn't really take that long to cook, and neither does the sweet potato. And you don't want it too, you want the texture not to be too soft, because when the fish goes in, it will still be in there. No, the seeds are not hot. They're coming out in a container like this. You can either crush them depending on what you're cooking, or you could drop them in just like this. If you want, you can drop a little bit more of the seasoning in the gravy, if that's what you want to do, or whatever you want to put to your gravy, tasting to your liking. And this is the all-purpose. All right, guys, we only have a few more seconds to go. I think I'm gonna end the live right here. And as I said, I'll put the finished product on my community post later on this evening, so that you guys can see. All right, thank you for joining me today. Yes, Nicole, I'm happy you caught it too. Thank you, and same to you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And you too, Fabi. Thank you guys so much. All right, have a good day. Thank you, you too, Fabi. Bye-bye, guys.